Oh, it was great. Yeah. Right.
Well, we have the ways and means now, thanks to
Good evening. Welcome into the Broadcasting Lounge on a Thursday night. Round 9. It says round 8, but it's round 9, Laguna Seca, of the MRP HPR Series. Joined in the lounge tonight, in Leon's lounge tonight with Leon. How are you, Leon?
I'm very well, thank you, sir. It's nice to see your beautiful face actually in person in the lounge. Here we are. It's unheard of in the actual lounge, is it? Surely you guys have done this once before. No, I don't think I've heard of it. So, look, breaking records tonight, mate. Breaking records. We are on fire here at Laguna Seca. Good times.
And across town we got Dougie. He's going to be giving us some good stuff coming out of pit lane. How are we, Doug?
Yep, doing good. Yep, on the recovery from earlier unwellness during the start of the week, but yeah, computer's running okay at the moment, and brain's running okay at the moment, so should be
Right.
okay to do some okay things. Hey, that's almost as if it ties in with OKMS, our weekly sponsor this week.
It does, yeah. OKMS on board for the weekly sponsor. And yeah, get in touch with them if you're after a sweet ass paint job. Anyway, Laguna Seca, so Monterey, California, and we've got a 3.6 kilometer circuit. And it is a favourite of mine. It's on my list of tracks I like to go to. How about you two?
Definitely up there for me. Yep.
Yeah, no, I'm a big fan. Between this, Brands Hatch, and Tacuba for me, they are just some tracks that I just always default to if I ever just want to go for a skid round somewhere. So, yeah, no, I love it here. And if I wasn't broken, I'm sure I'd be enjoying some time on track. But instead, here I am looking at bloody Corey's ugly mug and having to listen to you, Dougie. And in the background, we've also got something pretty special this week. We've got producer Shane sitting in the background. He's the one that's bringing you guys the camera angles and showing you what's going on and keeping an eye on it. And we're going to basically talk crap while he does the heavy lifting for us, which is cool for me.
That's fine. I was just going to say, yeah, finally public voting had taken place and they didn't want to hear Shano anymore, so we've listened and...
We've heard what you guys have said, and we get it. It's all good. We've helped you out. We've thrown the dog a bone here, and we've put him in his own dungeon. And what he's happy with. He's glad over there. Yeah. Well, we've got these guys ridden up here. Multi-class racing tonight with the P-Class and GT3s on track at the same time. Pretty cool, right?
We've got 8 GTP cars. And
nice number.
So we've got Stefan McCartan rounding out the pole, Aaron Goodrick, Daniel Hittershide, Scott McKenzie, Michael Vanderhaas, Jat Hintz, Grant Bristow, and Mark Price rounding out your GTP class.
We do, and at the front of our GT3s, we've got fastest qualifier Nico Cordia, not yet to grid, and then beside him is Blake Greenhall, Dan Turner, Nathan Gardner, Jason Bigby, Ryan Cottrell, Roger Forbert, Matthew Gerard, Nick Mitchell, taking out our top 10. No, Nick McIndoe, sorry, making up our top 10 there in the GT3s. Right off Jenkins, Sean McNamara, JT, Tom McCall, Bill Kilger, Brendan Brownie, Richard Saunders, Wayne Hartnell, and Stephen Darren bringing up the rear of the field of our 19 cars in the GT3. So good to see as we are coming into round 9 of 12. Good numbers starting to really pick up inside the MRP HPR Series. GTP cars coming around the final corner, getting underway, waiting for the green light to go. They are away.
Oh, we're looking good. Away we go.
Oh, big one from Aaron Goodrick as he loses the rear end coming down into turn 1.
No.
MRE's car going across the grass sand.
Nick Mitchell taking an early pit stop, and there's a couple of cars being cleaned up down the bottom of there. And it looks like teammates have actually come together. Brendan Brown, he's been given the old Survey Worthies as well, potentially, unless he's just lost that by himself. So I'd say go back up to the front of the field where the GTP car class are. They seem to be handling the jandle a lot better than the GT3 car.
How much jandle are you going to have in one of those GTP cars?
Well, at the moment, I'd say you're probably only giving them about half while their tyres are coming up to temp. Track temp's sitting pretty high out there. It was sitting around the 30-odd degree mark, while the track temperature outside sitting at the ambient temperature sitting around 20 degrees. There's a small chance of rain possibly later on this evening in our second race, so keep an eye on the weather gods for that one. But at the moment, everyone's struggling with just trying to keep on the track under dry conditions.
And Leon's going to look after the old YouTube comments tonight. He's going to get amongst it and talk to them and see how they're feeling.
Not cool enough to be coming from, to be replying to you guys from SuperCars NZ profile. You have to get my plebby name and my plebby picture, but hopefully it appeals to you.
And Dougie's in there too, feeling for you guys.
Nah, get out, Doug. This is my spot. I'm going to report your comment. Hate speech.
And Mark Price going around there in the sand. Talk about a little bit of racing. We're already on lap 2, so 22-minute race will be the first one, and the second race is going to be 33 minutes long. And like you said, there is a chance of rain. I did have a look before, and I think it was about 60%.
Yeah, and already looks like there might be some shadow castings of some cloud pickup coming across the track now, so we may start to see that temperature start falling down.
Yeah, do you think rain, and it doesn't really rain much in the desert?
I don't know.
I guess when you can play God, it can rain anywhere.
We can make it rain at SuperCars NZ, buddy. Don't you worry about that.
But the fairly quick times going down there already. So the top two cars there getting into the 113s already. So how many, the stream want to get involved and let us know how many more laps the GTP are going to do than the GT3. Have a crack at it. And here we are with Christian Jenkins, Team West Racing.
Nico's just taken the lead back from Blake, and they've had a wee going together. You might want to jump to that, yeah.
Here off the start, Daniel Heddershide as he loses it under brakes and very narrowly avoids making a bigger drama there with Stephen Carter, but that gives an indication as to where he was falling down through the grid order.
Yeah, it looks like we've had a couple of coming togethers in the GT3s, that's for sure. Oh, someone's had a...
Yes, that was the big one there from Nick Mitchell just getting unloaded and going across the sand, and unfortunately biggest loser out of that one, Jason Begbie there, as we can see. So unfortunately for him, hopefully he comes back out and cuts a few more extra laps.
It's terrible. I think he was saying on the comms that we need to blame Ankatat Flower for that one. I don't know whether that was a bit of satire there, but yeah, it'd be interesting to see whether he had a bit of silly buggers there with Sean.
Just
the lead of
the end of that one there. Roger Forbert having a moment coming down the same part where we just saw Nick losing it before.
Just on time, producer lets us know we've got a replay of that.
Yeah,
just a bit much, and it just grabbed. Roll that brake bias forward a touch.
yeah, just a
That
wee
the
bit.
Ferrari twist.
And Mr. Producer Shane, can you find some data there in your special hot little bag of tricks of Nico and Blake having a come together? I think Nico may have spun him round. It looked like pretty spectacular, and it was for the lead of the GT3s, wasn't it? So, I'm pretty sure they were fighting for the lead, and Blake had managed to take it off him, and then he was taking it back. Good God. Something floating around.
Certainly have got footage there potentially of Nico and Blake passing each other on lap 3 at the 6:15 mark. So as we have got it here, so Blake just holding out nice and wide. Nico pretty tight run through there. Just
Yeah, that looks
little
nice.
Rub on the side. Blake coming back in and defending pretty nicely, and
Yeah, that's the
just
one I thought.
unfortunately,
Yep.
Blake not being able to give probably enough racing room. Nico wasn't going to be able to be forced any further wider than what he already was. He was already on that concrete strip out there, so holding his line, and just unfortunately it just didn't work for Balake there.
That allowed Daniel Turner to go through as well and take the lead of the GT3s. So he's managed to sneak through there while they were having a wee bit of fisticuff. So
Brendan Brownie here on screen.
turn
one.
in for Misfit. And another one. And another one.
Just
Crikey.
unfortunate. You'd be just not knowing what to do with yourself. You don't want to move because you don't want to get caught up in stuffing up other people's races. A few other the GP cars pretty close and fast.
The battle for lead for GT3. And,
wow, this is close.
they're already lapping some of the GT3 cars.
Yeah, so that's Aaron Goodrick in the lead there with Stefan McCartane in behind him. So great recovery drive from Stefan after his early wee contact avoidance, I suppose you'd say, with the Nick Mitchell crash.
Yeah, that was a good one. Excuse me. You made that look easy.
He certainly did. He just turned it in and turned it through and powered away. He's got the old push to pass dialed in nicely there.
Oh,
Blake in
what a
third,
pass.
just not passing
What a pass.
Nathan Gardner there. And we've actually got Dan Turner there in the lead of the GT3s over Nico as well. So we'll see if
just a reminder to the folks at home, Dan Turner is he's racing. He's a paraplegic. We can't use his legs, so he's using some ability hand controls. So leading the field, I give the man a beer.
Definitely. I'll have a couple in your honour, buddy. Just for you. Just for that. Is no other reason.
There we go.
Pass here.
Just another angle on the pass. Blake on Nathan. So coming down into the corkscrew here.
Very
on the
nice.
outside, soon to become
Very
the
nice.
inside. Very tidy. Well played.
He would have definitely had given some respect there on both sides. You know, he could have turned in quite easily and made it a very bad time for both of them. So very nice racing. And we've got Blake on Nick, is it? Sorry, Matthew Gerard.
Matthew Gerard. And what I've just seen happen in the background, Aaron Goodrick's had a moment, so just extending that gap away from sitting on the lead there. And now
Arnold taking his ounce of flesh.
Yes.
See how we go here. Is he going to make it stick? Yes, he is.
Whoa. So that's Matthew Gerard battling against Nick McIndo.
Oh yes, sorry, Nick is in the GT3s now. Yeah, I saw the MRP and I immediately thought it was Nick.
Well, it is a Nick, it's just not the Nick, because the other Nick was driving a Ferrari tonight, and that did catch me out as well, to be fair, because the other Nick is usually in a BMW as well. We can't fault you too much on that one there, Leon.
No, I'm not going to fault myself too much, don't worry. We've got Aaron Goodrick here, he's had a big moment, let's see how this goes.
Oh, just possibly grabbing the brake a bit tight to avoid contact to the rear of the GT3 car of possibly Nathan Gardner's.
Matthew Gerard, who looks like well and truly got it done and putting some room between him and Nick there.
Yep.
That's a Nick without a K.
Yeah, that's the one. Just NIC.
No K.
Okay. Not okay. Okay, MS bringing you this week's sponsor.
Well done, Dougie.
Oh, you gotta be trying. You gotta try.
That's Christchurch boys. We gotta stick together, you know. I reckon we're gonna smoke them in like a South First North Island race. I reckon we got a real shot. We got some big names down here now, don't we? Douglas quickly.
Names.
Bring him to the party. It'll be pretty serious.
Got Mackenzie coming in for his pit stop. So looking at the field, he's probably one of the first coming through to do a stop. But I'm sure it's not.
It looked like his car just took a bit of damage there, so maybe he was just feeling a bit of damage and he was just coming in to get it sorted. So, I mean, if you had the choice, you'd definitely be no stopping it and taking the tyres right the way through the full 22 minutes. But maybe it's just that damage there he picked up and just come in and get it sorted. And maybe he didn't put that fuel in as another option. I'm sure
he'll run out.
Yeah, that could potentially be it.
So Scott McKenzie was only stopped there for 6.33 of a second. So it looks like he has possibly had to have a wee splash.
Yeah. Bugger. That's unfortunate for him.
We've got a few movers and shakers out there in the grid. Sir Trent Bennett, we'll give him a shout out, up 15 spots so far. And he is the only one in double digits.
Mr. Lounge, he's showing as being 2 spots up, kind of.
Yep, okay, the Lounge, woo!
I'm down 3.
Oh.
Corey's only down 1, so you're the real mover and shaker here, buddy. Oh, a replay here from Nick Mitchell. Oh, just over that curb, just enough to unsettle the rear box there, and bang, big hit there. Sure that car. Bugger. I'm sure that car's going to be feeling that now. It's not quite coming to grips with that Ferrari. Yes.
No.
Oh no, he's having a real bad time. That's unfortunate. Bugger.
What about noticing catch old Nick downstairs to find out why he's opted for the Ferrari tonight, whether that's because we've got some other racing coming up soon that they're going to use that car, because usually he's home hog with the BMW. Oh, great onboard shot as we cut with over to right off on the inside here as he's in 7th spot trailing Nick McIndo.
I also noticed no hand controls outside this vehicle.
No, this one's got fully operational legs.
So that's good, I suppose. But another one who, like, punching well up there, like it's bloody impressive, boys.
Absolutely.
Like, and it's names that you see constantly. Like, you go, oh, has he made it round? Very well done.
Yeah, mockery aside there for a second, it is incredibly impressive.
Absolutely.
And it's quite amazing, really, when you see a couple of weeks ago when we had that feature with Write-Off and got to sort of see, well, first-hand experience via the old Skype call, just how exactly he uses that, and it seems mind-boggling that he's going and doing all of that while turning the wheel at the same time.
Yeah, very impressive. I'm giving it a red hot go at the moment. Just trying to go down one arm and seeing how that goes. And I can say it's not enjoyable. So the fact that you guys can do it, honestly, it's incredible. Yep, absolutely. Keep on keeping on, and it's lovely to see you guys that keep coming back and giving us a really good show.
That's pretty impressive. I bit of credit there to Shane White there from Sylvan Motorsport DSA.
He's up 2 spots. Yeah, in class.
Yep.
Up 4 spots up. We're looking back to right off there, Team West Racing.
Oh, so cool. Love being able to see the angular attack.
Bit of break in the cloud too. Bit of sun coming through there at the moment.
Nah, I think we're having a couple of technical issues over here. I don't think we can hear our esteemed colleague, Mr. Doug. I can hear him, but I don't think we can hear you on the other end. But yeah.
I couldn't hear him.
Hopefully.
I was.
Yeah, no, I forgot it even when I see it.
Yeah, Doug was just talking Shane up there a wee bit, and we may have had a slight interruption, but producer Shane has let us know that he wants to be talked up. He needs it. How could you do this to him, Corey? I reckon. Oh, do you know what would be a good soundboard noise? Is the enter and exit Discord noises. How good would that be?
I actually found them the other day and thought that, but then I thought, okay, it's like offside, I don't have to hear it.
Yeah. And crickets again.
Well, I'm just so nervous to talk now in case someone talks over top of me.
I can hear you loud and clear there now, Dougie. I don't know what happened there before, but I couldn't hear you at all.
Oh, that's good.
Hopefully everyone else could.
Hopefully after I've had surgery tomorrow, I'll be able to hear things.
Quite a bit. He was talking quite a bit.
I'm just hoping Shane goes. Yeah, I'm just hoping Shane goes back to doing one of his spectacular drone footage shots again, so I can talk him up for getting out there and flying that thing along.
I hope it's not Steve's drunk drone cam, because Tuesday's Steve's drunk drone cam was it was all over the show. There was buildings in the way, it was flying through the ground, it was fantastic.
No, Steve's old school. He takes control of the helicopter and the blimp.
Yeah, you leave the drone into the young fellas though.
It's that Shane's drone cam.
It is.
Producer Shane.
Shane's drone cam, indeed.
He's actually in the drone. It's a life-size, man-sized drone, and he's up in it.
UAV.
Yeah. but there is a man in it.
Here it is.
Yeah.
Oh, Shane.
Go, Shado! Oh, look at you go, you good thing.
So Nico Cordia, he's leading the GT3 class. I hope Doug's not talking. You're not talking? I'm not talking over you.
No, good.
Cool. Yeah, so he's... I've lost his name here, so he's up one spot anyway.
Look at this, look at this, look at this. Oh, it's tight, oh, tight, look at Torgan down there.
Don't. He's got the
I
Jaeger boss. Yeah.
Yeah, it was. And yeah, that's Daniel Heddershot. I called that incorrectly at the start, saying that was one of the other boys, Aaron Goodrick, going off. I think that's I've seen him in an orange car in the past, so no, that was Daniel. I reckon we need to try and find a good shot, if it's not during this race, possibly in the second, of just how quickly those GTP cars going round up some of those GT3s down the straightaway across the finish line. Because they exit that end corner and they are just gone. But we are just after the 20-minute mark, 17 laps in.
We're getting pretty close.
Yeah, couple of minutes to go. Averaging about that old 1 minute 20s, 25s in there as well. So probably see these cars, at least the GTP field, complete 19 laps.
We had a good giveaway on Tuesday with the hour and a half at Suzuka. We had the people. We had the people guess how many laps they were going to do, so maybe we could have the same thing. If you boys want to guess how many laps we're going to do in the second race, so I believe that's 32 minutes. Yep. Correctly guess it, then I've got maybe I'll throw a bottle opener and a stubby cooler. How does that sound?
Well, I just wanted to just double check as well, because I know OKMS is OKMS being our weekly sponsor. They had done a deal earlier on in the season with one of the other guys, raffled off a livery, and that was going to be donated for iRacing dollars, so that might still be available for one of our drivers tonight to take away. But Jack Hintz here, he's just managed to go and take second spot from Michael van der Haas there. You see them just in behind. So that's going to be really good for Jack in terms of the points, which we will all, we can see why that happened. Did bloody well to hang on to that.
Yeah, sure.
While you're talking about points, Dougie, you've got a little bit of a wrap on what's going on with the points.
I have, yeah, and I'll get the just get the race out of the way, and while we've got our 5-minute warm-up, we'll have a bit of a 2-2 around where the championship points currently stand between these two classes.
We've had Fix Productions, Gotti. He has guessed 967 laps for the 32-minute race. I think he's spot on. I don't think science, physics, or any other means of physiological things
Ontology.
agree with you. But yeah, that too. Yeah, I don't think they agree with you. But yeah.
We're talking about science. So while we're talking about science, you just take a look at the next guest there. He got it right last time, Chris Zalowski from Racecrafts, and he's jumped. What's he got there, Leon?
26 laps he's put down for the lap in the 32-minute race. But I may be sending you two bottle openers.
Here's Stefan McCartan taking the win for the GTP class for the first race here tonight.
Here you go.
Jack Hintz is going to be the next one to come across the line. Just a wee bit behind.
Nice to see Stefan back and doing his thing. And he's flashing. He's a flashing.
Nico Cordia here about to come around the final corner. Dan Turner not too far behind. So
that's going to be an interesting one to watch in the second one, boys. two Porsches across the line. Jack Hunt's coming across the line there now to take second alongside Michael van der Haas and Aaron Goodrick finishing up their race. Cutting back to the GT3s is Nathan Gardner and Matt Gerard even close across the line. Love those really nice close finishes, especially when you're the guy just leading the other car across there. Rodolph Jenkins, Trent Bennett, Nick McIndo, awesome drives, there's JT.
Well done.
Roger Forbird in the Ferrari, about the only one who knows how to drive one of those things now, coming across the line. Larke there with Tom Cole, just been behind him, and Bill Kilger. Great drive from Bill.
And no inversion tonight, I see, for the grid. So
No,
grid positions will stay where they are.
Yeah, we rattled that one off after the second heat race. After the second heat race, we decided we weren't going to follow through with that, and that was purely because it wasn't class specific. It was just taking the first top 10 cars and trying to invert them, as opposed to what would have been like ideal was the 10 from each class division. So
that doesn't really work into it.
And at the beginning, when we only had like 6 cars from the GTP class, they were getting pushed back, and then the first 4 of the GT3s were getting inverted into that and put at the front of that grid. Just becomes a bit messy when we come up to the second starter. But 5-minute warm up there, and
I know you were talking about just getting into a bit of points there, Dougie. However, I've got some more pressing issues at hand.
Let's do it.
Just taking a quick look at the rain radar, we are expecting a decent amount to start rolling through pretty soon. I couldn't give you a time figure, but very soon we are looking at rain. So these boys better have their full wets in the garage ready to rumble. About 6:15, I'm seeing PM to start looking pretty heavy. So
if you look at it, that's it. They obviously, the timings you've got there too that you're reading are in 15-minute windows. So from at 6 o'clock it shows nothing, and at 6:15 it shows 50%. So I imagine there's going to be within that 15 minutes between 6 and 6:15 some telltale signs of some light rain coming through and then getting a wee bit heavier. But I believe this race is due to set off at 6:45. Apologies. At 5:45. So that will be very much towards the end of the race. I believe that rain will be coming through. So it'll be interesting to see who possibly makes a commitment to trying to drive out through dry or takes the chance on the wets.
Yeah. I think it'll get pretty close. From around this track, you'll probably be looking at 4-5 laps before the wet will become faster and more drivable than the dry when it starts amping up. Once that rain comes in, even if it starts pouring down, you've got a couple of laps there. So, whether it'll be within the time window for these boys to stick it out and just punch on through, or dive in for wets, I think it's going to be cool. And I'm looking forward to seeing that front rolling in. If we do get the front roll through and have it up there. So this should make for some interesting racing in the last part. But I'd say we're going to see a couple of spins, a couple of people in the gravel. What do you reckon, Corey? I think we're going to find some dudes off in the gravel traps there and a couple of spins, especially when she's getting damp. Sure.
I'm not sure. It doesn't rain in the desert.
So I've heard. Everyone keeps telling me that. I don't believe them.
Rightio, with our last minute to go, I will have a quick readout of where we're at with some of the points.
Oh yes, you will, Dougie.
DTP, currently we have Jack Hunt's leading the board with 434 points over Taylor Mitchell on 336, and then Scott McKenzie on 295, so that's your current podium. Obviously Taylor not here this evening, but Jack and Scott are. And then just behind those guys, got Jacob Lucas and Michael Vanderhaas, 290 points and 282 respectively there. That's the top 5 there. And in the GT3s, we've got Nico Cordia out the front, 436 over Ryan Cottrell's 427, and then Daniel Turner on 418. So looking at that margin there between DT and Nico Cordia, Daniel will be certainly wanting to get a push on past him tonight. Callan Hodgkinson, who I don't believe he is this evening, in 4th spot, 375 points over Ride-Off Jenkin in 5th on 349. Honourable mention there, Sean McNamara sitting currently in 6th spot, 336 points.
Don't worry about that guy. We don't need to worry about him. But now that you mentioned the name, it's a party now, ladies and gentlemen. It's a party now. He's here.
Good evening, Mr. McNamara.
Yeah, how bad was my racing in that race, man?
Terrible.
It was
Terrible.
nearly as
We
bad as
spoke
your
about you so much.
jokes.
We spoke about you so much. We called you all sorts of
Oh,
names.
please don't shine the light on me at all. But I have to
Yeah, we did.
apologise to the other race control, Nick Mitchell. The lightest of touches that turn one. Well, so that is on me. That is on me. Do I care? No. Does he
Did
deserve it? Yes.
you actually hit him?
No, light, man. Light. It's basically just the lightest of touches.
It
But
was
no, it's on me.
next we excursion across the gravel there and into the side of half a field was pretty extravagant. And to know that you're responsible for it, I think I'm going to sleep okay at night. You know, I'm not going to be upset about that. It's just, you know.
I've also joined the race without fueling my car because I can't share with you guys. So. Yeah. Anyway, it's good.
No, it's not. It's
So
terrible.
hopefully I do better. But you guys are doing an awesome job. It's a cool series. I love it. And we'll see where I end up on this one.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's begun. Everyone up the front. But yeah, because he mentioned something over the radio, and I had actually said it before on the stream. I said I wonder if that was just Nick being facetious or whether it was actually Sean. So, without further ado, we'll let the race start though, eh?
The touch was just so light. It was unbelievable.
Wow.
My bad.
Not waiting around for that one, Stefan. Not waiting to get possibly roped in there by Jack Hintz at all. So leading there into turn 1, Stefan for
The good race, Sean.
GT3s. And Nico Cordia there in the GT3 field. A lot tidier this time through the cars. Pretty good. Haven't seen any dramatic names falling down the order just yet, apart from one of Bill Kilgour going off. Is that
I
better
picked up on
today?
that pretty quick.
Don't worry folks, he is still floating there in the background while I communicate with him. You can't hear him. I'm just making sure that I'm not going to get told off again for pronouncing someone's name wrong.
No, that would be terrible.
Good old Shane Fitty there folks, Shane Fitty.
I got corrected pretty quickly on Tuesday and got told a story, and I didn't mispronounce it after that.
Oh, very good.
Yeah, I told him all about it. I made sure I told him Bill's going to come in here and he's going to give you a bloody good whack. How's the sky looking, boys? It's looking pretty ominous.
There is certainly cloud cover there at the moment, and we're currently at 5:51 PM. And just having a look back at some footage there, because I saw one of the cars go by before without a nose cone, and so I've gone and had a bit of a looky there at Roger Forbert going off track, and looks like he has succumbed to the evils someone else's driving standards on the way back through. And then he's been given the old "how's your aunt" in the front end as well.
A couple of Misfits cars involved there.
Yeah, that's not ideal. not ideal at all.
He was indeed. So,
There's
yeah,
not much of the rear end of that Ferrari.
and it's gone from bad to worse for Roger as he's trying to desperately claw that car back to pit lane with no rear end. And you can imagine
He's round.
the stability
Oh!
very poorly. And that is the tail end of that, and then the next one is a follow-on sequence of Roger losing it coming out just past the corkscrew. No rear downforce here.
Oh, no rear anything there, I would say, mate. Oh, at least he's picked almost another road to sort of go out on. That's kind of cool.
Do you know what?
Oh, we've got Ben here going off track, I believe. He's had a wear shoe here.
Wonder if this is just him trying to avoid some of those that drama. Oh no, he's hit the curb on the inside and then scuffed the sand. Oh, and a toe back to pit lane.
Oh no,
Just not Ben's night. He spent a good portion of it sitting there in the beginning as well. So
yeah.
but,
Aaron Goodrick, and who was in the Jägermeister?
That's-
And that was Daniel Hedersheim.
Daniel Hedersheim there, and then just behind them is in the yellow car, Michael van der Haas. So maybe a bit of an onboard view from Aaron Goodrick would be a good one to see as
Yeah, he's getting up
from
there,
this
isn't
battle. Look at that, folks. As we ask, it happens. Oh, Daniel with a very interesting line through there. Looked like he was about to lose the rear end, and Aaron eager to take a different approach through. But yes, I can certainly see some clouds on the horizon.
he? Definitely, yeah. It looks like it's getting closer. Is that the reverse commentator's curse, Dougie? When you go on it and it all starts going on, when it actually starts working, you see people racing next to each other and having a bit of fun instead of crashing.
I think so.
But I believe that's the commentator's curse.
Usually what happens to me. So these guys getting a little bit closer here towards Jackins. Man, that was coming up at a pace and a half, wasn't it?
yeah, that was happening pretty fast.
We can't quite see his telemetry readout, but we might be able to get a bit of a look at how fast these cars are going around the track with the old dashboard view.
Quite. This is
Here we go, so pulling the ears back on the donkey, and this thing's hitting, there you go, 230k at the start finish line.
Yeah. Michael did come past at a rate of knots there, didn't he? So maybe we had a slowdown there from Mr. Goodrick, bleeding it off, picked it up through the corkscrew maybe, somewhere around there anyway. That's it.
Yeah, it's just one of those ones where potentially just before there, I think there's a couple of corners you can pick up a bit of a slowdown if you manage to avoid the curbs of death.
Yeah, they're pretty brutal, aren't they? A lot of sand on track back there down that straight. I wonder if it'll play any part in people coming up there to the corkscrew. A little bit less traction in certain places, but I mean, I would say in maybe 15 minutes time we may have some other issues, and for our traction on the track surface there. That rain is looking pretty close. Whether it's going to happen or not.
We see Ryan up on the jack stands there, so maybe he's anticipating the rain for coming through quicker than what we're seeing it at the moment. Did get some damage repairs because after his earlier contact there with Roger.
Yeah, let's see. So maybe a wee bit of damage picked up here. Into the car off in the background there. Kind of hanging out in the gravel, seeing how deep it is. Oh, he's coming in hot through there. That's Greenhall. Coming. Full throttle. And he takes the inside there as well. Very.
It's not there's plenty of runoff out there, but that sand doesn't tend to slow you down too much through there like a general sand trap.
I would say at the moment with what Laguna Seca is going through, it's looking pretty bleak, isn't it? So, yeah, it's unfortunate to say that they might be, they might not last too much longer, but he's hoping. He's hoping.
Yeah, just for anyone that's not on the live chat that wonders what
I'm talking about.
Leon was just talking about.
Yeah. Hey, I didn't think of that. You shush you. So Scotty mentioned that Laguna's a bit like South Down Old or something located in the suburbs, but yeah, unfortunately it may succumb to the pressure that comes being in the suburbs with lots of people, and some of those people don't really like racetracks.
Yeah.
Oh, I've just heard that they won the case, I think. It's Ben McMurray, who's actually, I believe, here as well. So.
Keeping up the streak of not scoring points.
Well done.
Well, you jinxed yourself, or you followed through on your promise earlier by putting that into the tech mat there.
I wasn't planning on racing because I'm so busy at the moment, but we were just here for a laugh. And Curbs, buddy.
Yeah, we saw it, bro.
The corkscrew just eats you.
Yeah, we did see that. That was a yeah.
Oh man, I love the look of that. Sorry to distract you there temporarily from Ben's misfortune once again, and just
no, you keep talking, though.
Hypercars chewing GT3s.
You asked for a Dougie, and producer Shane has absolutely nailed it there.
He did. He did indeed.
Yeah, that livery of Jack's. Big fan.
Yeah, well, he's a pretty sweet livery he's done on Hayden Pannon's car too, eh?
Yeah. Yep, so I see.
For those who don't know about young Jack, he's actually got a number of liveries on some rally cars around the world, and probably most famously is the work that he does for Hayden. He has been doing so for a number of years now, and now one of those liveries being immortalised in one of the newer WRC games that you can select that Hyundai with Hayden Paddon on it, and you can fit the same livery that he runs in real life and the same one that Jack designed for us. So
yeah, very cool.
Wow, man, the just
Aaron Goodrick. He gets a little bit spicy there at the final turn.
And then everyone else is playing.
Oh, there's plenty of water on the track.
Do I see raindrops?
Oh, I did see raindrops.
Did I see raindrops?
I saw a raindrop. Oh,
I was in the chat earlier, and somebody said, "Is it going to rain?" I said, "Oh, there's a 50% chance of rain." And that person said, "Oh, run dry. It'll be dry. It'll be sweet." There he is. Here he is.
I'm
not even halfway through
the weather radar, and we're nearly at 2/3 of the track covered with rain cloud now. So we will see rain coming up at all four corners.
Yeah, boy.
And as we know, a desert, very good for the rain. Very
That'll become some sticky sand, eh?
Yeah, it will be. They become sandpaper on the track. See, what have we got here?
So we're just trying to work out whether Aaron Goodrick was succumbed to hitting some rain as to why it's caused that loop. So there is certainly raindrops at this portion of the corner that we caught before as he was rejoining. So there's potentially a high possibility of that.
Yep, quickest way to find out whether we've got any rain on track would be jumping in on board with a car and seeing what it's like. If the window wipers on anywhere.
Yeah, we will see some window wipers. I hope everyone's mapped some window wipers.
Yeah.
Haven't got your.
I can confirm raindrops on the window, and I'm just looking at Jonathan Turner's car as one of the GTP cars drives away in front of him, and there's certainly
a bit of water on there.
Certainly water moisture coming off the back of the tyres.
Yeah, no, they're not even going to get 5 laps out of this. Judging by the amount of moisture that's getting flicked up, I would say that they're going to start feeling the effects very soon. And
Oh.
I've got 20 minutes still left to go
Yeah.
in this race. 20 minutes plus.
There is,
This-
yes. We're
this
just
is
at the
gonna be a
14-minute mark now.
Someone to watch out for now that it started raining. I'm gonna put my hand up and say, yeah, right off Jenkins. He's someone that we seen earlier on in the season when we had a few crappy rounds with a bit of crappy weather. Was very impressive in the rain. So that's the name that I will be keeping an eye on.
And another one, we've spoken about him a little bit already tonight, just previously before, was Jack Hunts. He always seems to favour a wee bit of a wet track.
I'm a big fan. I'm a big fan.
You're
Love the
a
wet track.
big fan of the wet track.
Oh yeah. Yep. And if it's not wet, wow, you know what to do. I'll leave it at that, eh?
Grease.
Yes.
Race
Plenty of
car.
lube. Plenty of lube.
Great grease.
Yeah, race car. So as we can see there, Nathan Gardner, Ron McNamara and Jason Bigby there, all coming in, swapping out for some wet tyres. Jack Hunts has gone there as well, and I can confirm, thanks to SDK's lovely readout now, they've got a dry tyre and a wet tyre model showing. So still out there on dries at the moment, Stefan McCartane, Daniel Heddershire, Mark Price, Aaron Goodrick and Grant Bristow. Jack and Michael Vanderhaas currently the only ones on wets as Aaron Goodrick comes into pit lane. Nico Cordia in the GT3s, Dan Turner, Christian Jenkins, Nick Mitchell, Blake, Richie, Nick, Trent, all those guys. Bill still on dries.
Oh, are they?
All still on dries at the moment. First guy out there on wets is Nathan Gardner, and then Matt Gerard, Sean McNamara, Jason Bigby, Ryan Cottrell, and Jonathan Turner sporting the wet tyre there. So,
So judging by the rain radar, it looks like it's about to get worse before it gets any better.
it looks
I
like
would-
it's gonna get
I would say-
much worse. Yes.
Yeah. She's looking like she's getting pretty moist. So, I mean, I don't know how much longer they'll last on the dries, to be completely honest with you, because the amount of time that's left in this race, I would say she's going to be pretty soggy for the remainder. But how wet that gets on track, yeah, you can see some people are starting to struggle a wee bit now.
What
Yeah,
See how we get on.
Got any interesting stuff to tell us about Laguna Seca, Ben? Since you
We will be getting that up any minute.
Any minute.
Might have to wait for someone to. There's an overtake there. We'll still for a couple of seconds.
getting a little
pretty
late.
tailing
Good
now.
overtake, that's for sure.
Yes.
There we go.
And
So,
that
yeah,
Grant coming into
Bristow
wet.
coming in now. Yeah. So it'll be interesting to see. So in there as well is Mark Price. He's doing his at the moment. Daniel Heddershot's already done his 24 seconds. He's on the way out the door. Stefan McCartane still trickling around on dry tyres.
Yeah, that's surely. Oh, that was close.
Stefan's last lap round is 10 seconds slower than his quickest, and Daniel Heddershire's obviously he's been in the pit, so that lap's probably
And
not really going to help.
Daniel Heddershire's actually just dropped off the track and spun to an awkward position there.
Right.
Not a user friendly angle. He finished being parked up on here either. So
Oh yeah, no, that's definitely a different track now, isn't it? But yeah, that car did not enjoy that at all.
and they're just waiting for Stefan McCartane to go by there. So
The wipers on full bore now.
yeah.
Second lane. Yep. No,
Bill-
oh, sorry, that's
Bill
not that lane.
Bill Kilgour still out there on dries.
I've noticed a few of the GT3s, especially the ones up the front of the field, have all come in, I believe, and got some. Must have changed their tyres, did they, Doug?
But they all have most of the GT3, so just you pointed out, Bill Kilgore, only one still circulating on dries for the GT3s.
Coming through the
Stefan McCartane in there at the moment, getting his, well, we assume coming in for his set of wets. And then at the end of the GTP field, Grant Bristow there, still on dry tyres, even though he came in for a 27-second pit stop. I'm not too sure whether or not he changed. He may have thought he was changing to wets, but he's done a 27-second long pit stop and has gone back out with dry tyres.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. That is very unfortunate. Comes down here. I'd say he's going to put that pace back into it. Be pretty hard run around here at the moment with slick, so let's see if those wet tyres. Oh, and header shides around again. That wet tyre just not working for him. And was that
I might go and have a wee chit chat there to Grant.
While we wait, might as well roll on those, well, fun facts, I guess.
Yeah, go on.
So we're in Monterey, California. Is that on the? It's on the left side, is it? I hope it is.
Yep.
3.6 kilometre circuit. Does have a wee school circuit available, which is just kind of like a smaller version, just to learn, and maybe a wee Mazda, but nothing really races on there. It's built in 1957 by the Army Corps, actually. And it's been operating ever since. It's well known for all its road racing. Obviously, the big American ones. You got IMSA, Camel GT, Trans Am, and nowadays mostly GT3s and GTPs, like you're seeing on your screen. And of course, it is known as Mazda WeatherTech, whatever you want to call it, and it's got quite strong ties to the Mazda Cup, and also a wee car that we do race every now and then. And has hosted everything from Le Mans to Skip Barber and everything in between, and does even host the old MotoGP World Championship. And
there you go.
Got, as we're seeing, no one's on the screen doing it now. We got Corkscrew, probably one of, I reckon it's the most tricky corner out there.
Yeah, I mean I would imagine if you were racing this track, then it would be probably the most intense one, throwing it over a blind hill and down into something that you can't actually see. Like here, it's tricky, but you know, if you're racing the track, surely that is enough to have brown spots in your undies if it goes wrong. Like, it's pretty easy to get wrong. But yeah, such a cool corner, and you can't appreciate from here how tall that actually is, how big that drop is. Like, it goes down a couple of stories, I think. Like, it's a big drop. And yeah, they're just iRacing and Dream cannot do it justice with how much of a drop actually goes into the corner. Yeah, very, very cool, iconic piece of motor racing there, that corner. I'm sure there's been many of Code Brown in that corner for many people.
Now, I would also encourage, well, I got everyone's time, go and watch on Google after the race. Watch the broadcast down first. Corvette versus Porsche GT2 finish at Laguna Seca. I think that's probably one of the best bits of racing I've ever seen, and one of the most dramatic endings.
There you go.
Proper racing.
Do what he says.
Although some of the racing tonight might be up there.
Yeah, there's been some pretty cool racing, that's for sure.
Especially in that
fast. Oh, yep, Jack's round. It's a good one. Oh! Very unfortunate. Right. Yeah, on to Pricey, and he's around, and we've got a Misfits car in front of him, is it?
Oh!
So, didn't quite get confirmation from Grant as to whether or not his pit team had made a boo-boo, but he had made an assumption. And we all know what happens when you make an assumption.
And I'm
So the
assuming.
assumption was, here we go, Grant here. He has now got wet tyres on, but he certainly doesn't know how to use them. Locking the rear brakes there as Jack Hints goes by. What I gathered from him was that the what would you call it? The on-course clerk or crew chief or the spotter, as others would call them, had declared the track wet. They said the racetrack is now wet, and so he assumed once it was declared wet, that if he went into the pit lane, that it would put wet tyres on if he opted to change them. No, so there is a little drop-down button that they still have to select to choose between wet and dry tyres, and they failed to do that the first time. So, but what we've got on screen currently, which should be well noted and talked about, Daniel Turner has got first place over Nika Kulia. And I may have missed it, but there was probably a cool segue replay of that moment where Daniel managed to get past Nico as well. Man, I love to look at that understeer from Daniel as he turned in as well.
Gnarly. And we have Dan Turner again.
Yeah, there's Nico just not getting great drive off the painted line down there. Daniel's managed to wheeze up through the inside.
That's a lot of spray. I imagine being in the following car through this is not a fun operation. Well done.
No, I mean that. Yeah, might be able to get a good onboard shot from inside one of the GT3 cars as they battle it out with the remaining 7 minutes to go. Just so folks at home a bit of an understanding of just how gnarly that is out there. That's on board with Daniel, so he's not doing too much following because he's the leader at the moment.
That is true. That is true. No. Not really too many people following too close to each other at the moment.
If we stay on some of the guys inside the top 10, I'd say we'll see some GTP cars coming through. But certainly those lap times have slowed up. Yeah. Corey might be able to find some information for us because he's always seems to be a good one at finding it, and it just always seems to sound better coming from him as well about who may have been hitting some incident point thresholds, whether the likelihood they've had a drive-through.
Well, unfortunately, we've had a small technical difficulty with main man Corey here's headset, and he will no longer be in the broadcasting lounge this evening. He can hear, he cannot then. So,
thank goodness.
I'll take over. Here. So what we have Mr. Pricey. He's 19 incident points. We've got Ryan Cotter on 18, Thomas McCall serving a drive-through on 17, Blake 16, Jason Bigby 16, Bill Kilgar 14. So 15 incident points this evening.
17 for the drive-through. Yeah.
So Blake and Jason, they will be on a knife's edge at the moment. You know, they've got a couple more minutes left to go of just hanging in there. It's one incident point left to go before the drive-through.
Yeah. Oh, that's a great onboard shot there. Nick McIndo there, currently 9th spot, and that looks horrid, absolutely horrid out there. Who would have thought? Rain in a desert.
Strange, eh? But, you know, every rig gets rain, mate. You know, almost. Not every rig, but...
Blake Greenhall's had a David moment, gone ticky towards the sand traps, and that's his markers just in front of Nick going through the gravel out the end of there. So he was having a good wee battle with Jonathan Turner.
got Blake's moment coming up here. Oh, was that just a bit of the painted line, was it?
Was, and then
Yeah.
very, very luckily managing to avoid Jonathan Turner as he did the Nick Mitchell deep down
He's
through
right
the
in there,
exit
couldn't be fucked.
pit. Yeah. Oh, speaking of Nick Mitchell,
Yeah.
found him on track.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that is not
That
a lot
is-
of visibility there, is it?
No. Horrendous. Rain in the desert. Absolutely incredible.
I'm not
Something's got
complaining.
to make something's got to make the trees grow.
Yeah, exactly.
Can't
there are
grow out of nothing.
no, exactly. There are trees here, and therefore you need water. And yeah, it rains occasionally, very occasionally. When was the last time we were at GT3s? I bet you there was no rain then. We're at Laguna Seca in the GT3s. I almost guarantee there was no rain.
I can guarantee there was no rain at all. And actually, I can confirm the last time we had a heat race as well, there was no rain in that one too.
Oh. Look out. I've just had Corey ask me a real pressing question of whether Stephen Darren and Steve Darren are related, and can confirm they are very related. In fact, they share 100% the same DNA.
When you say his brother's name, can you at least enunciate the
The
of
Steve
Stephen?
in. Or Step in. Can we go Step in? Yeah, Step in works.
Stephen.
I'm also happy with Steph. Him.
Yes.
You got to put the phlegm in there.
There is that picture of that weird dog with the overbite that says Stephen as well.
Yes. Stephen. Stephen. Yes, no, they are definitely the same person.
GTP car. Out of nowhere.
That happened fast.
A cartane.
Animal. If I'm the absolute animal McCartane. Oh. Oh.
That there, folks, is the joyous sound of gentlemen who have also been around slippery ventures and realised how much of a handful that would have been to keep that car going in a straight direction. Looks like Shane's drones had a bit of a fucking gypsy curvy there. Did we get drunk Shane's drone again?
We got drunk
Tuesday
Shane's
night.
drone. He's in the drone. And it was doing some things, but you know it's pretty impressive. You know how you can get a drone to lift an entire man. You know,
Yeah.
well, it's just a manned aerial vessel now, isn't it? It's a
You know, like again.
I see. I've just had some
This
data.
is starting to look like a rear chase cam from D1NZ.
It is a wee bit. Honourable mention to Nick Mitchell, up 15 spots.
Wow.
Yeah, no, he's doing very well. Not looking too shabby at all.
I think it's because he finished last race in 30th spot.
Oh, yep.
Whereas this time he's come out and stuck around.
Oh, good on him. Good on him.
That
Look
is
at
some
you go.
horrendous amounts of water coming off the back of Trent Bennett's car there, and
You'd almost just stick back and just be like, oh, well, this is where I live now. Let the person in front.
this is my home.
Yeah. There's a lot of spray. Crikey. No, these boys are doing well for the better part, keep it on track.
Man, that closing rate in the wet just makes the little hairs on the back of my hand stick up. But really, really cool battle taking place between Rydolph Jenkins and Nico Cordia and Nathan Gardner. Three-way battle in the Porsches.
Oh. Woo! Oh, Nico's out.
Well, hey,
That was a cool view for it, though.
at least we caught it.
Yeah.
At least we got it live.
Oh, Bill Kilgore pulling off the track.
Why's he doing that?
I think he's had a mare. He had a slowdown, I believe. Which also another person who picked up a slowdown, Jason Begfield. But I believe is that our white flag? Is it? Is that us finished?
No, not yet. We're at the 32 minutes of the race gone by, closing in on the 33-minute mark.
Oh, that's why I thought it was 32. I've been telling the folks at home 32. So, no helping me. There's no helping me.
Oh, so we've got Stefan McCartane coming down into the corkscrew now. There's a potential that with the timing coming up to the finish line, it may have been able to calculate that it'll exceed 33 minutes as he goes by. So if we have our standings tower brought up, we'll be able to see the little checkered flag pop up beside some names if we're lucky. So Stefan around the last corner, keeping it nice and tidy. No flash of the headlights just yet. And no, so would be white flag now. So he's still pressing on. Racing there, good one, Shane. Managing to find that one.
Yeah.
Last lap battle. Nick McGindo, Matthew Gerard.
I see some full
Trent Bennett, and just at the front of that is Nick Mitchell. So I was going to say at any point that's going to go pear-shaped, and three BMWs are going to get stacked.
Oh, here we go. It's going on.
So, push and shoves.
This is what we like to see.
And Jack Hint's just at the end of this, probably going, might be happy with what position I'm in, make smart moves at passing. Do I want to be involved? No, I don't want to be involved. You carry on there, buddy.
Do your thing. Oh, this must be nasty for that following car. That's gone wrong.
And
That's gone wrong.
Survived. Matt Gerard there now, pushing through.
Oh, we've got Mr. Van McCartane coming across the line for the GTP class. Well done.
Wow.
Hey.
Woohoo! First place.
Flashy boy.
Yeah.
Is that Jack Hint? P2, is it?
Yeah, so I can see why he still wanted to be moving forward, because he's certainly not out of the woodwork. There's Michael van der Haas there in third spot, just under one car spot difference behind. So he's going to come across the line to take that one. And a few of those GT3 cars being classified as having had finished their race. So Nico Cordia, Nick Mitchell and that bunch have finished, but our lead car of Daniel Turner, not just yet. So wait for him to
Indeed.
to come through.
Some more GTP cars that are coming round to finish it up. So we've got Mr. Bristow here, coming in at the fourth GTP class, about to cross the line. And is that our winner? Is that our GT3 winner, Mr. Turner?
Just in the background, yes.
Look at you go.
Yeah,
What?
DT.
And P2, Mr. Jenkins.
It is, and
Good.
as we said earlier, a couple of those successful guys who know how to roll in the wet. So Daniel Turner bringing out the mustard and doing the good thing, and Christian coming up 3 spots there to finish there in second. So just an absolute wicked drive. Nathan Gardner, our third spot finisher there. So that's just awesome. So Stefan McCartane, Jack Hintz and Michael van der Haas, 1, 2 and 3, and not changing from their qualifying positions. And Daniel Turner and Christian into the podium from where they started. Daniel Turner up 1, Christian up 3, and Nathan Gardner where he qualified, he finished. So all round,
Work it.
great bit of racing, great racing in the desert. Who would have thought it should have, could have rained? OKMS Motorsports, weekly sponsor. They do cool liveries.
They do. Can confirm. Yeah. Okay, MS Media and Graphics, but I'll let you away with it, Doug. You're only little. I'm not going to give you too much back.
Oh, what did I say?
Motorsport. But it's okay. We love you nonetheless.
That is OKMS Motorsport.
Is
Yes.
it? I thought it was OKMS.
Yeah, and then Media Graphics afterwards.
Okay, so OK Motorsport Media and Graphic. Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Well, you're just okay, aren't you? Yeah, we've got some people waiting to come in and have a chat with them. So should we bring in Mr. McCartane here, the man himself, eh? Hanging in there on dry tyres, right to the bitter end, I see.
Yeah, I was sort of hoping it would just pass, but it didn't, and then it just came too.
You
too
shall
desperate for them.
not pass.
Yeah,
Wow.
looks like you managed to make it work in the end, though.
Yeah, it wasn't too bad until that sort of last lap. And they were drivable. You just had to sort of go that half a car offline to get some grip in the marbles. But it was good fun.
Oh, well done, man. That was bloody good viewing. So, yeah, I see. You managed to take the position back after coming out of the pits there. So, or did you? I'm sure you had some dramas there with the car in front because they came in quite early. I think they're wet. Pretty sure to make it work.
Yeah, so everyone seemed to come in early, but I think it might have been a little bit too early for wet. And ended up gaining about 40 to 50 seconds on everyone in the pit stop sequence. So
You had, there was probably about 5 or 6 cars that jumped the gun a little bit too soon there, but great finishing result. I mean, next car behind you, Jack Hintz, he's had a great run as well, but a minute 59, nearly a whole 2 minutes ahead of your next competitive car in class. So that's an outstanding result there, Stefan. Obviously, your driving experience from when you were younger and cutting some laps in the lovely wet country of New Zealand has proven that you've
in the wet country of Eltham.
you've still got the talents.
We went up here, brother.
Still got the talent. Yeah.
Yeah, it's still there. It comes and goes, has a few moments, but for the most part, it's there.
Love to see it, mate. Well, I'm glad to see you back, and fantastic race, man.
Cheers, man.
And as we farewell Stefan, and we bring in one Jack Hintz into the broadcasting lounge, and for Jack, who is currently leading the championship standings, second podium result finish is still right up there.
Yeah, I'll take that. It was a bit leery at the end there.
Yeah, a couple of moments you were obviously sort of going, should I, shouldn't I? Next car behind starting to gain a little bit too close as we finalise these laps.
Yeah, I mean, I would have been happy with third, but as soon as I had that spin just before the corkscrew, I thought, stuff this, I'm just going to take it easy, and it worked out, thankfully.
Bring that result home and just chalk that one up and say, I'm still first in the standings. It is what it is.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. Any points are good right now.
Yeah, cool. We actually gave you some props on your livery and some liveries you've done on the stream there. So we're just throwing out our love to you, mate. And I'm looking forward to having my livery done.
Yes, get in touch.
Yeah, definitely will. Definitely will. Awesome racing, man. Thanks heaps.
Yeah, thank you. That was great.
Anyone you want to shout out tonight?
Oh, okay, sponsor Racing Creative, Trundles, bloody good bunch.
I'll shout out Trundles as well. mainly because I need parts for my full drive, but
get in touch.
we will. Liveries and full drive parts. I'm loving it.
Yep, for sure.
Wicked. Well done.
Thanks very much.
And as we farewell Jack for the evening, and we bring down our second place getter from the GT3s into broadcasting lounge, right off Jenkins, P2.
Gentlemen, just give me some flippers and call me a duck, eh? When that rain comes out, I'm on fire.
We're very impressed. That's wicked, man. That's a bloody good result. Well done.
I'm sweating now, and I tell you what, the hands are cramping up a bit. There was a lot of pedal work at the end, or paddle work at the end of that. Yeah. Paddle work at the end of that. Yeah. Oh,
I think I think next time we hear from the weather gods about a potentially wet race, we'll certainly have to do our best to get another Skype call engaged where we've got that view of you working your awesome finger magic. And,
Yeah. It definitely would have been worth it tonight. I'll tell you that much. Once that rain set in, it was a whole different race car at that point. Yeah,
Yeah, I
like,
looked at.
everything changed. Everything
That's
changed.
it.
But bring more rain, fellas. Give me some more rain, guys. Like,
Yeah, he's loving it.
that
Yeah.
first place is skipped me still. So that's 2 seconds in a row. That's
Wow.
good speed for me and since coming back this season. So
Oh,
it's,
wicked, man. That's
So,
bloody
so
awesome.
you've heard it here first, folks. Right off, good in the wet with his fingers.
hell yeah, that's why I've been married 20 years, buddy.
There
Love
we
your
go.
work, mate.
And here I was about ready to say you should go and print out your cell phone number and stick it across the top of your steering wheel like the old boys used to do with the old Starlet back in the day.
Oh,
Yeah. I feel like his wife wouldn't be too impressed, so we might have to hold that one off just for now.
yeah. No, it doesn't help when you got the webcam up and you can see the tattooed wedding ring. It sort of gives it away a little bit.
Oh
so
yeah. Well, that
might
actually
have to
brings me
start
to my
wearing
next
gloves.
point. You might have to stream your races for us, mate.
Oh, I need to upgrade my machine before I do that, boys. But yeah, somebody's mentioned that to me before, and it's depending on what happens with the upgrade. I got to try and teach an old dog new tricks. That's the problem.
Well, I know that feeling. Don't worry.
So,
Yeah.
look, I enjoy just chipping in for you boys at this point. There's a good series going on, and if I can throw a webcam up that gives you guys a bit extra for your stream as well.
Yeah, for sure.
I enjoy sweating my fingers off for you. I tell you that much.
Well,
We love it, mate, and we appreciate it.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Hey, thank you once again. Hey, shout out Simability. Thank you, Glenn Sidman. Awesome hand controls. Second place and first place. You got 2 disabled
I
guys.
know,
First and
I
second
know,
one,
but-
right?
Yep, very cool. We did mention that, and
we did
I
indeed.
guess that's the
done,
macro when
Santana.
it starts raining, eh?
Yeah.
As you need to start using hand controls. True.
Excellent.
Good to
All right,
know.
gentlemen. Thank you. And
Wicked
I'm going
result,
to go
man.
crawl
Well
into bed for the rest of the evening now.
That's a good idea.
Fantastic.
Well done. Yep. Make sure you go and give them each a pillow to lie down on. They've
Yeah.
done some hard work this evening.
Oh, definitely.
Good stuff.
All right, boys. Till next week. Thank you.
Cheers, buddy.
Cheers, Christian. And without further ado, we have
Yes,
Nico Cordia and the man who was probably most likely to succeed, and he's managed to come up and finish there in wow, it's actually was it third spot.
I get third in the 6th race.
I'm just double checking, and they might have to have a look at that.
I think I got 4th.
Yeah, I've got 4th.
Did you get a late minute penalty or something?
No, me and Rydolph, we had a bit of a touch, and I
Actually,
spun out
we
and
saw that.
yeah, had a bit of a touch, and I went into 4th. The first race was brilliant. I mean, obviously,
Yeah, it was very good.
I'm super stoked to finally get in my first win here at SuperCars NZ and the MRP HPR Championships. I'm super stoked getting my first win finally.
Yeah, you were looking absolutely
Yeah.
shit hot out there, man. It was bloody awesome to watch. So very well done.
Oh,
And-
awesome! Thanks for that.
Before that little wee drama there towards the end, that was a seriously cool battle the three of you guys had going on, and I'm sure you were, unhappy about the way that it finished for you there, but you would have been absolutely loving that moment of racing.
Oh, look, it was absolutely brilliant. I loved every second of it. It is unfortunate what happened. Unfortunately, my Porsche had no pace in the wet. My setup wasn't even an inch of being within race pace in the wet. The setup was rock hard and it worked well in the dry, but in the wet, it had no grip. I kept losing pace, and I just saw Daniel coming up, getting closer and closer. And I knew when he went around the outside of turn 1, I knew that was it.
Yeah.
And, but it was
It'd be good. It'd be good if it was a bit more. If we could get iRacing to be a wee bit more fluid on the setups during some of those pit stop strategies. You know, not necessarily being able to change the full setup, but be able to change some things like the anti-roll bar tension or something like that to help cater that, or take a little bit of a time penalty to get a bit of extra adjustment on you know, on the old springs while they're up in the air getting the tyres whipped on and off.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
that might-
definitely. Yeah, that would have been ideal. I would have had a bit more pace, but I've got a smile from ear to ear at the moment, and to go into round 9 after finding out this afternoon just before the race that I'm leading the championship in GD3 was
how
even was unexpected. Like honestly unexpected. I was real keen coming into the championship at round 1 at Sebring and battling with Mackenzie Stewart for P1
Yep.
in the wet as well at the Bring. So I was stoked coming in, and then I had a couple bad ones. And last week at Spa really broke my heart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It just goes
So-
to show, though, man, you don't have to win every single race to really be in with a shot to get to the top of the table. Like, it's about being there and not throwing it away and just being like, oh, I'm just going to come to the pits and throw it out. Like, you're still fighting for those points and every single one of those points. So, I mean, I'm stoked to hear it as well, man. That's really cool.
Well,
Because you can have these bad races. Everyone has bad races, you know.
Yeah,
And the
sure.
fact that you can still be at the pointy end, sticking it right in there is awesome, man. I'm really glad to see it.
Oh, awesome. Thanks,
And-
guys. I really appreciate it. No, it was as putting it on pole probably meant the most to me. 'Cause
Yeah, for sure. That's always
I've
a great
been-
feeling.
It's totally that made my night. Putting it on pole and knowing, you know, all these fast guys behind me, and I went into qualifying, did my first 2 flyers, went into the pit, got a new set of tires, and then on my first flyer on that set of tires, it showed it was P3, and I kind of got a 1X and it invalidated the lap, and on the last lap I kind of sended. And
what we like to hear.
yeah,
That's what we like to hear.
came across the line in P1, and yeah, I stood up, jumped out of the seat, and went to the wife and screamed out of the top of my lungs, "I'm pole, I'm pole!"
That's,
But yeah,
awesome.
really good feeling, man. It's bloody cool when you pull out something out of the bag, eh? So
yeah,
yeah,
no,
again, very well done, man. I'm stoked for you.
awesome. Thanks, Leon. I appreciate that. And thanks, guys, for obviously the stream and you know, putting it out there for everyone. And I'm looking forward to watching it back tomorrow.
How
Should
good?
be good.
Awesome. Thanks, guys.
Thank you, mate.
Another bottle opener and stubby cooler to send to Chris Zalewski of Racecrafts NZ. Correct? Well, not correctly. He was 1 lap off, but he was the closest by a considerable margin, guessing the amount of laps in the second race. So, Chris, if you want to get a hold of us, man, and let us know your address, I'll get the other ones that you won on Tuesday sent away as well, eh?
Awesome stuff. And there you go for anyone
Yeah.
that's tuned in tonight and thought they, you know, could have had a bit of a chance at winning that themselves. Tune in for, you know, more streams coming up in the future where we continue to give away awesome prizes such as that. Yeah, big thanks to Leon for being able to sort out all those awesome gifts.
I'm the guardian of the cupboard, mate. I'm the guardian of the cupboard.
That is, and I suppose a lot of that is also a massive thank you to Napa Auto Parts, a sponsor for the Broadcasting Lounge. They can't go without being mentioned. But
Absolutely.
yeah, tonight's round 9 at Laguna Seca, all round up. SuperCars NZ. This was the MRP HPR Series. Thank you to OKMS Media and Graphics. Have a look at them on Facebook. They do some awesome bits and pieces. Get in touch with Brett if you need anything done. Some photos of your racing or a livery whipped up for your car. Does some awesome things. So thank you, Brett, for your continued sponsorship here with us. Big thanks to the lads in the lounge.
And producer
Unfortunately-
Shane.
Thankfully, again, still can't hear him. It's almost been a bit of a godsend, really.
Yeah,
Well,
it has.
everybody at home
I mean,
can hear me
uh,
now because I have just opened up my mic for people to be able to hear me.
Producer Shane.
Whoa,
Where have you
did
been?
you see that, Leon?
Yeah.
7 people watching and it just went straight to 1. It must be Corey.
Of course. It is. It's actually me. Yes, Corey's not watching, it's me. Just me. But I love
No.
his voice, so it's okay.
Mighty fine work there tonight, Shane. And yeah, for those of you still tuned in, if you like the vibe on how we're rolling through these things, we'll be able to try and do some more of this in the future. But yeah,
Sure.
once again, thank you from all of us here in the Broadcasting Lounge, as we say good evening.
And before we do actually end the stream, nice sign off there, Doug. The reason I actually opened up my mic was something I wanted to cover off there that I noticed during the stream that unfortunately you guys in the lounge with me wouldn't have been able to hear, but the guys at home certainly would have been able to hear, and I could certainly hear and very much appreciate it, was just the sound of the rain with those onboards, especially on the gearbox camera, was just incredible.
Yeah, that was fantastic.
And if you haven't seen it, there's a video doing the rounds on YouTube from iRacing. Some of the audio developers got together and put together a video about what went into making the sounds around rain and the level of detail that they put into getting that right. And I think what we've heard tonight with some wet racing and some nice onboards really shows just how that hard work has paid off. So massive thanks to all the team at iRacing for all the work they've put into this weather system and getting it right, because it's not just the sound, it is on so many levels.
Yeah, it's epic, isn't it?
So
It's
good.
epic. Yeah, I love the rain. I'm stoked for it.
And now we can say goodnight. Hopefully everybody can join us next time. See you later.